Alright, so I got a lot going on this week, but I also realized I gotta hit y'all with some fun-ass content. So while we're pumping out content, I will be doing the Goon Cinematic Universe this week as well, just as extra content. So you guys are going to get multiple Goon Cinematic Universe editions this week. It will be amazing. If you don't know what that is, when a character or a type of character or a group of characters related to each other get a certain amount of videos, they will get their own movie. And that has happened today with Reverse Flash. Reverse Flash is getting his own Goon Cinematic Universe portrayal. It's going to be epic. Obviously, it's going to be his past moments brought together and put together. It's going to be, I think, close to 40 minutes, so it's going to be a banger for sure. Now, if you want to see your favorite character here or on my second channel, The Coffee Shop, hit me up on Discord to talk about purchasing, as it's half off for all videos. And if you want to join the Discord, do so. It's growing every day, as well as we play games there every day. I'm in server every day. We talk battles and scaling. It's super fun, so definitely check it out. But anyways, guys, we're going to get right into it. This is the Reverse Flash Goon Cinematic Universe movie. I hope you guys enjoy, and without further ado, let's begin. Alright guys, I am beyond excited because my favorite series to make is blowing up. It's taken off in terms of compared to most of my other series, so I'm super excited to continue the Goon series. The only way you can guarantee a character makes it on the Goon series is to purchase a slot. What you do is send me the character's name and you send me what verse they are from and donate either Cash App or PayPal for 50 bucks and send that information and I will add them to the Goon series. But besides that, I'm going to go off votes and characters that I think are particularly classic Goons. You guys loved the Doom one, so here's the deal for this. I got to make a Doom one tomorrow. So if you want a second part to this Reverse Flash one I'm doing today, this video has to hit 550 likes. For a regular Goon video, it's got to hit 400, but regardless, I want to get into 15 moments where Reverse Flash proved he's one of the greatest trolls, assholes, and goons in all of comics. Let's get into it. So, first moment to talk about is fading his ops mother. Yes, literally, Reverse Flash murdered Barry's mom just to secure the bag and having a rival in the future. Like, dude, how much of a douchebag can you be? I mean, we're going to get into the other stuff he's manipulated because it's literally meme-worthy. It did become a meme in terms of how he's fucked with Barry over the years. But yeah, he, like, literally killed his mother just to make sure they were ops. That's straight-up Goon shit. Number two, his versatility as a troll. You see, being a troll doesn't always mean going for the home runs. You got to take the little victories here and there. Knocking child Barry down the stairs, you know. Fucking his day up every once in a while. All those little moments that went wrong for Barry or helped shape his horrible path and stuff like that, that was Reverse Flash being a dickhead. Like, he's literally influenced all of Barry's life up to that point just to make sure they were the perfect ops. It's honestly, it's like some of the most disrespectful stuff you'll read in terms of between a hero and his main villain. What makes the beef between Barry and Reverse Flash is it's literally a fanboy situation go wrong. It actually is the case that Reverse Flash was a fan of regular Flash, and Reverse Flash was in the 25th century. He's like, yeah, I want to be Flash, dog. Hung out with him, went sideways, shit went sideways real quick, and now that's his biggest op. Took his power, takes everything from him now, bullies him all the time. Yeah, it's just funny to me. It's Goon shit that he went from a fan to ruining this man's life literally on every level throughout time. Absolute Goon shit. Number 4. He once had a situation with Barry. I believe it was Barry. in which they were beefing and Barry was chasing him, and he said, yo, peep this shit, homie. Either you can run in the Speed Force forever, infinitely and endlessly, or I run back to my century and go over the new ways I can torture your family, pussy. Go ahead, make that deal. Like, it was such a trash deal. But the way he, like, presents stuff is almost Dr. Doom-esque, and, like, he really sounds like he believes you're going to go for that shit. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, but he's also wildly intelligent, like Doom. A lot of people don't know that, but Thawne, in particular, was wildly intelligent from the 25th century. This next one, number 5, is one of my favorites because it's so randomly disrespectful as shit to the hustle of the Green Lantern. So check this out, right? This was in an old Flash comic. I think it was in the 200s or 300s. I want to say 300s, maybe 321 or something. But Flash, or Reverse Flash, was beefing with Green Lantern, right? And he created this, like, yellow energy horse that was stronger than the Lantern constructs and, like, took it over. I was like, what the hell is this? Like, it didn't make sense because obviously, like, Lantern constructs shouldn't be losing to constructs made from, like, yellow speed and shit, but he did that shit and, like, styled on the Lanterns. Oh man, it was so disrespectful, and it was hilarious because it was random too. It was a horse. I don't know, but it was funny. Next, we got to talk about the time he had to style on Flash with something Flash wasn't expecting, which was some Professor X shit. What I mean is, they were beefing, right? And Flash was like, you know what? Damn that. I'm tired of this. I'm a blitz. And Reverse Flash says, huh, you're going to blitz me, pimp? All right, bet, bitch. Mind zap and hits him with a mental bolt, a mental energy bolt, and puts him on his ass. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's funny because in terms of his typical wheelhouse and, like, what he uses, you don't expect him to be on some Professor X shit. But he was like, nah, you're not going to blitz me, bitch. Get zapped. And he had to zap Flash, who was running up on him. You know, if you run up, you get done up. So it is what it is. But it was a pretty funny Goon moment to me. Next, we have to talk about the time. I think it was a Future Flash, and they had technology to steal speed, right? And Reverse Flash is in the trenches. He's fighting back, right? And he starts getting hit with this weird-ass speed-stealing shit. And he's like, yo, are you trying to steal my speed? And he said, look, check this out, pimp, right? One does not simply steal my speed. Like, you can do a lot of shit, but the shit you can't do is steal Reverse Flash's speed, stupid. And, like, straight up just negs it, because he's like, it's so disrespectful that you even think you can take my speed. That's just not allowed. And he just negged it off purely being offended. He was just purely offended and broke out of it. It was funny because, like, he's like, yo, I'm genuinely disrespected that you believe you could take my speed. Yeah, he just negged it because he was like, nah, you're not going to do me like that. Next is one of those moments where we just realize how evil this man is. Like, Reverse Flash is genuinely a piece of shit. And he really showcased this when he was, I believe it was a Future Flash. He was going against a Future Flash. And he was just explaining to the extent he takes trolling. And he was like, yo, I'll unravel his life. I'll kill his kids. I'll body his wife. But I would never fold Barry. You don't fold Barry. And, you know, at first you're like, oh, that's cool. Like, he doesn't want to hurt the guy, right? No, bitch. He doesn't kill him because he wants to troll him in the worst ways conceivable, in the most emotionally, like, tormented ways possible. And he's like, oh my god, I wish I could kill you forever. And just folds Future Flash. It was, man, it was brutal. It just shows how much of a goon he is. Like, how detailed and deep he takes trolling Barry. Next up is that moment where he bossed up on Flash and let him know his powers were not to be fucked with. So this is what happened. They're getting into it, and Reverse Flash explains to Flash why he can't be killed. He's like, look, Goofy, I exist outside of the timeline. Every time you erase me from time and space, that shit don't matter. Cut that shit out. This moment of flexing was so bad because he was like, yo, I could literally kill you in your mother's womb, like on the spot. You are literally irrelevant to me because of how hacked I am. And it was a major flex, and it really it really made you realize how strong of a goon he was. He wasn't just an asshole. He was literally one of the most capable characters in DC. Next, we have the time he literally proved he can't be affected by his own timeline manipulation. So, of course, there's something like, oh, what if I kill your dad and mom before you're born? Will you be born? Type deal, right? He literally proved through the murder of his family, through folding his own family members, including mom, dad, I think he folded a brother too, all that shit. Killing his own family members, altering his own history, none of that shit matters because Reverse Flash is a goon forever. So no matter what he does, no matter what you do to him, he's going to come back because he's outside of the timeline completely. Next, I don't know how he did this shit. This was one of his wildest goon moments in terms of like getting out of some BS he should not have been able to escape. So here's what went down. There was never-ending, infinite, limitless strands, right? Or strings. And they like basically there's no way out because you have to find one out of infinite. Guess who found that shit? Reverse Flash. He was like, nah, damn that, dog. I'm fast. I found that shit. Immediately pulls on the thread and gets out of there. I mean, just the fact that he was able to pull something like that and get out of such a BS trap is absolute absurdity and speaks to the goonness of his power. Next, we have just something that's funny to me, like Reverse Flash is hated by the Flash family because of the shit he can do without amps. What I mean by that is, like, there's this one time Flash was running with another Flash and was like, bro, fuck Reverse Flash for real, because he just spams and is able to troll us because he doesn't need a cosmic treadmill. For those that don't know, cosmic treadmill is a device that helps Flash travel through time in a very specific manner. Like, if he wants to specifically go somewhere, he can with the cosmic treadmill. Whereas Reverse Flash does that shit. Like, he can just do it. So he's never needed that device. And the fact that he doesn't need it pisses them off because it takes his trolling to a whole nother level. Next, we have in one of the funniest scenes to me from Reverse Flash, where he turned Jay Garrick into a barbecue sandwich. So what happened was he was chasing Jay, and he was like, yo, Jay, real shit. Low-key peeped how you have this force field around you that blocks friction. It would be a shame if someone was capable of tearing that shit apart. And he takes away the friction force field, and Jay immediately burns. And you just see Reverse Flash in the back holding his staff up like, yeah, bitch, I'm doing that shit. Look at you burn, dummy. And he was just burning Jay to a crisp by hacking him. And it was hilarious the way he was drawn and the way he was running up on him. Next, we have the time where clout chasing went wrong when it comes to Reverse Flash. So there was this villain named Abracadabra. Not the most popular Flash villain, right? Like, not a lot of you, I'm sure casual fans, have heard of Abracadabra. And for someone like Reverse Flash, that's a problem. You see, when you're elite, like Reverse Flash, you don't have time to compete with jobbers or C-list villains. So he pulled up on Abracadabra and he said, look, bitch, I need you to understand something. This century is only big enough for one villain. And absolutely murders Abracadabra off panel, just burns him to a crisp. Oh my god, it was terrible. But yeah, it was a hilarious moment because he was literally like, yo, literally we can't share a century. I'm too goated. I don't do that sharing shit. You gotta go, and just murked them. Finally, final moment for this video, and like I said, if you want a part 2 in which part 2, I'll double the moments. So you'll get double the moments in this one. If you run it up to 550 likes, I'll bring you Reverse Flash being a goon part 2 with even more horrible moments. Because he honestly, between the different iterations of Reverse Flash, he has like almost endless amounts of Goon moments. So we'll never run out. But getting back to this, let's celebrate the final one, which is one I just personally loved. This really goes back to his intelligence that I told you about, right? In the beginning of the video, I mentioned how wildly intelligent he is, being from the 25th century. And he showcased this one time while trolling Barry. So what he did was he took a regular shaver, just something you shave your face with, and turned it into a molecular manipulator and altered his face to look instantly like Barry Allen so he could go out and troll. How he just took a razor and turned it into a molecular manipulation with nothing else, I have no fucking idea. But when it comes to trolling, Reverse Flash is getting the job done, and he will manipulate the battlefield in order to get the job done. In fact, I could literally make a Goon video on Reverse Flash with just shit he's done with his own technology and being annoying with his own technology. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for supporting the Goon series so far. Like I said, you want part 2 to this, 550 likes. If you want just another Goon video, 400 likes. I'll make it a little easier for you. But thank you so much for watching. Check out the rest of the series. Only the last like 3 or 4 have followed my new official format, but the other ones are just as funny. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know 2 things in the comment section. 1, who or what was your favorite moment from this video? Like, what's your favorite Reverse Flash Goon moment from this video? And 2, what's your favorite Reverse Flash moment I did not mention yet that you want to see in part 2? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy, YFE. Make sure to check out the public Discord, link in the video description. Check out all the ways you can support. And thank you for watching. Peace. Alright, so one of the first videos I ever did in the Goon series was Reverse Flash. And in Reverse Flash, I said, you know, I think it was, like goal wasn't even that crazy. It was like 500, 750. And I'll do a part 2. Not only did you guys get that, it's over 1,000 likes on that one. So we're finally back at it with Reverse Flash. If you guys love content like this, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. And make sure to go check out my second channel where, starting in the new year, most of my like versus battle and power scaling will be over there. And I'm doing a lot more versus than usual. For example, my hero, thinking of getting into Black Clover. It's going to be a whole bunch of stuff I'm doing over there. Definitely check it out. I post every day over there as well, including today will be Cumber versus Juggernaut. Cumber being from Dragon Ball Heroes. Now, again, this part 2 will feature Reverse Flash, but it's more Zoom, aka Hunter Zolomon. Didn't really cover him in part 1, so this is going to be hilarious. If you guys love this, make sure to run the likes up. Let's try to get it to 500 likes. That would be incredible. But without further ado, let's begin. So, first thing to talk about is just his origins in general. Like, what made him be a Goon? Well, you see, he was a really good friend to Wally, and he ended up going with it. He was worked with the police, everything, and he was going through a really shitty time. Basically, went to Flash and was like, bro, can you use the cosmic treadmill to fix my life? Like, my life is absolutely dog shit. And Flash was like, bro, time travel's tricky. I know I've used it for selfish purposes, but I'm a jackass because I'm the Flash and I job. And obviously, this really hurt Hunter's feelings. And Hunter went to the cosmic treadmill and tried to fix it to fix himself. Instead of it working, it blew up in his face. And when he woke up, he now had these weird kind of time hacksy speed powers. Not the Speed Force, but they were definitely weird powers. And it led him to realize, like, oh shit, I can actually do something now. And the way he way he processed this was hilarious because he was like, okay, so Flash wouldn't help me. He wouldn't help people like me. He's a jobber. He also takes L's. So, I'm going to take this newfound power. I'm going to run up on regular Flash, fuck his life up, and turn him into a better hero and more than a jobber so that next time when someone like me needs help, he's not such a loser. And so he literally like dedicates his life after that to being like, yo, I'm going to keep messing up Flash's life until he helps people like me. Next, he was trolling an entire city with his finger snaps. So the Flashes were gathered. This included Wally, like Jay Garrick. And they're like, yo, what's going on right now? They're trying to figure out, handle everything. They hear sonic booms. I'm talking about booms that you can see throughout the city. It's leveling city blocks. It's terrible. They're like, yo, what is this? Is this some like demonic earthquake? And the next panel over, like a few panels later, we see Zoom is literally just snapping his fingers, trolling the entire city with literally sonic boom finger snaps because he's a jackass. Next, one of the times he runs up, I mean, there's so many times he runs up on Bart Allen. You want to talk about the jobber of speedsters? It's probably Bart Allen. I can name about 20 L's for Bart before I can name a W for Bart. That's just real. Comment down below if you're a Bart fan and let me know about some of his best W's. I'm actually curious about some of his best W's because I really only know him for taking L's when I think about it. So definitely let me know if he's better than I give him credit for. But anyways, Hunter Zolomon felt the same way about him as I do. Ran up on him and was like, yo, your name's fastest man alive? And rocks his shit. Like, Bart doesn't even see it coming. He's like, yo, what's going on? Gets absolutely mauled and gets his entire brand, the supposed fastest man alive, completely vibe checked by Zoom. Next, the time the Flashes ran up on Zoom thinking they could steal his shit. So he's posted up, right? He's got someone with him. I think it was Wally's girl. And they're like, yo, if we run around him, we can use our speed steal, right? Like speed force steal speed. It's hilarious. So they start doing it. He's just sitting there. Zoom's standing there. He's like, what kind of bullshit is this? And they realize they're like, yo, we're not doing anything to him. He doesn't even care. And they realize in horrifying fashion that Zoom is built different. Ignores them trying to steal his chain, like moonwalks on them while they're doing that, trips on them. It's terrible. Just absolutely embarrasses them for trying to steal his shit. It was hilarious. Next, this is funny. So I personally feel like the Flashes, like, we're letting their egos talk with this one. So they get rocked, right? I'm talking about bloody nose, everything. They look around. They're like, what the hell's going on? Jay Garrick's like, bro, I just got my shit caved in. And they're like, yo, whoever did that has the power of invisibility. Because there's no way the Flashes could not see someone hitting them. That's right. They jobbed so hard. They got styled on so hard by Zoom that they thought he was invisible. They went ahead and called him invisible just because he was blitzing their bitch asses. That's right. He was such a goon in this moment that they literally claimed he was invisible. Godly. As you can tell by now, if you're not a fan of Zoom or you haven't read him that much, Hunter is a W. Like, when he runs up on people, he's like, yo, this shit is not sweet. And jobbing the Flashers, they're like, yo, Wally, we're too weak for him. What we're going to do, we're going to give you our powers, right? You'll get faster. And then you can go beat this guy because he's a menace. And so he does, right? He gets the power and speed from both Flashes, leaves them vulnerable, and runs up on Zoom. What's this get him? Zoom going, fuck your aunt, bitch. And just boloing him. He was like, bro, I don't care about the Speed Force. Y'all shit is trash. And starts thrashing Wally. He was like, yeah, fuck your speed amp. It just starts beating his ass, bro. The Flash brand, it's got to be tough for Flash fans sometimes. Like, they get jobbed pretty hard in the story. Next, he gets the drop on Wally, right? And remember, I told you about his origins, why he doesn't fuck with Wally, because Wally wouldn't help him when shit was really bad. And he reveals himself. And Flash is like, yo, we're friends. Why are you doing this? He's like, look, bitch, I'm doing this because we're friends. You were supposed to help me in my time of need, my guy. And you would not do that shit. You left me out here to struggle. So, I need to make sure you don't do that goofy shit again. And he's like, I'm going to take the time to make sure you take the worst L's possible. Make sure you suffer the most tragic things you possibly could as a human. Because then maybe next time, when you see someone like me who needs help from the boy, you won't be such a bitch. And Wally was like, how does that make sense? Like, okay, let's be honest. Doesn't make sense, right? Like, massacring his people, torturing him, all this stuff isn't gonna make Wally a better person, right? Like, he's not gonna be like, oh my god, I'm so happy I lost all these people. Let me go help people like Hunter Solomon. That's not how it goes, but that's what makes him such a goon. He literally thinks doing all this wild shit is making them better. No, it's just making people like me laugh and making the story hilarious. But he starts beating up Wally, right? And he's like, yo, Wally, you see that? And like shows him his wife. Oh no. And she's in the hospital, right? And he's like, yo, Wally, you want to see a real L? He's like, look at your kids. And she's pregnant. And she has a miscarriage. And Hunter goes, yo, and they were twins, bitch. Double L's. Double L's for you. And I was like, bro, this is one of the most disrespectful things I've ever seen. Hunter Solomon made Wally watch his kids get miscarriaged. That's horrible. Hit the like button for how wild this man is. He will do whatever to ops to shit on them. This was terrible, but he did it. Next, of course, every time we do a Goon video, they vibe check jobbers, right? Like, that's how it goes. True goons check the jobbers. And this comes in the form of Cheetah, right? Cheetah's running up on a cop. She's going to slice his shit open and kill him. And Reverse Flash easily blitzes her, right? And he's like, cut that shit out. I used to be a cop, so we're going to make his death painless. Kills them anyway, right? He's a horrible person. But he's like, no, we're not going to cut him up like you did. This dude blitzed her so bad. He ran up on her so fast that Cheetah was like, yo, if you give me some of your power, maybe I won't be such a jobber anymore. And Zoom looked at her and was like, or you could just not fucking job. And was like, yo, go check the bitch that's supposed to be the first Cheetah. Get your full respect back. Because there's no two Zooms, right? Like, I would beat the shit out of someone pretending to be Zoom. And he was like, you got to be the OG, the one with the most respect. So help yourself first, bitch, before you even ask me for some of my shit. And it was just like, damn, imagine getting blitzed so bad you asked them for their speed. That's horrible. Next, the one time he was trolling, right? Gets into a bit of a scuffle, some fisticuffs with Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's no slouch. Like, for example, Dark Supergirl ran up on Lantern, Flash, all them. Ran into Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman was about it. She was like, we can throw hands for sure. I ain't worried about this. Now, Wonder Woman trying to detain him, whatnot, gets her shit rocked. And when she does, Zoom's like, yo, I'm not even actually trying to hurt you. I'm just trying to make y'all better. Here's all this shit, right? She was like, yo, I've been hit by Superman, right? She's like, I've done a lot of shit, but that really hurt. Like, that was an OD punch. Keep in mind, this is a Zoom that's trolling. Like, he wasn't even trying to really, like, put her down. And she got rocked harder than she said Superman hits. That's a crazy Goon moment for him. Next. This is the time the Rogues hella guessed it, right? So the Rogues see him pull up, and he's like, yo, y'all are wilding. I'm going to handle this. And they're like, oh my God. I know, like, Weather Wizard was there and shit. And they're like, oh my God, look at another, like, runner. We hate runners. And he was like, you know what I hate? Rogues, bitch. Starts running up on them and punishing them by himself. And he was like, yo, Weather Wizard, I know you carry that wand around because you feel like a bitch because your brother's better than you. That's cute. And it's real strong. But you ain't as strong as me, dummy. And just folds him. It was embarrassing. But yeah, he really vibe checked the Rogues. He was like, don't disrespect the brand. Y'all shit is trash. And just ran up on them. Next. Oh my God. I don't know why more people don't talk about this. Probably one of the more messed up ones on the list. Hit the like button if you hear from messed up Zoom moments. But this was the time he put the Flash on auto loop torture. So like I said, a big fundamental part of his character is making Flash understand the bullshit people go through and how he won't help certain people, but he'll do other shit, right? And he thinks that's wrong. The way he goes about it is absolutely psychotic, but that's what he believes in, and he thinks it's wrong, and he's trying to make it right. Well, he's like, yo, Flash, maybe you'll understand if I put you in an endless loop of the worst possible moment of my life, like the lowest you could be as a man, and just wants to auto loop this for Flash. Basically just auto loop L. And just auto looping L's constantly is comedy. But yeah, that's how Zoom really moves. Like he's a demon with it when he really wants to be. Next, the time that he pulled up on the Trinity, right? And the Trinity, of course, being like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Green Lantern was also there, Hal Jordan. And he pulls up on them and he starts folding them. I mean, he's blitzing every single one of them, punching them in their shit. And he's like, yo, all of you guys are jobbers. All of you in terms of your win/L records, the stuff you actually do for people, how beneficial your work actually is. You guys are jobbers. I'm trying to make you better. And he's blitzing everybody. Like, they're all getting folded by him. And we see, like, Green Lantern trying to hold him. We see Wonder Woman trying to hold him. She's like, yo, I'll be the good cop or the bad cop here. And he looks at them and he's like, yo, let me know when y'all are going to get back to being the greatest or whatever y'all swear you were. And just styles on them. Next, this was when he had a switch in his vibe, right? So like I said, a lot of his motives were making the Flashes better heroes because they job and don't understand what it's like to be real. Well, eventually, he goes through like his own personal crisis and he's like, yo, real shit, fuck the Flashes. He's like, I've been trying to help them. I've been so good to them. I've been trying to make their world better, make them better heroes, make their brand better. First of all, think about how fucking crazy that is when I told you all the bullshit he's done to them. But that's his vibe. We're going to rock with it. We're here for it. And he's like, yo, damn that. From now on, all I'm doing, real shit, is messing their life up. And he's like, I'm going to start a Flash holy war. But the fact he thinks he went from helping them to hurting them is pure comedy. Now, we're going to touch on a couple, moments real quick from this in terms of, like, the holy Flash war he started. But we're not going to get all of it covered right now because I'm saving some of those moments as well as regular Reverse Flash moments for the part 3, which will be the Reverse Flash / Zoom Goon movie, which I'll drop on Christmas if y'all get it to 500 likes. But anyways, or I'll drop around Christmas because I do have Santa being a goon and I have the Doctor Doom being a goon movie. Actually, real quick, sorry for the delay. I'm just going to ask you guys, for Christmas, do you guys want two things? Do you want Doctor Doom and Reverse Flash, a goon movie, where I can take like a top 100 moments of them, like combined, so 50 each, and then just make a hilarious movie with both of them, and we kind of decide who was the funnier character in the movie, or I could just do the Doctor Doom movie and a Reverse Flash Part 3, and then the Santa one on Christmas. Let me know. I can definitely drop the Santa one and the movie on Christmas, the joint Doctor Doom Reverse Flash Goon movie. Let me know if y'all want to see that. Very curious to see what y'all prefer. I don't mind either. Let's start the discussion in the comment section and definitely let me know. But last moment, thank you guys so much for watching this. Let's go over it. So, in order to properly run off on the plug, right? Because he's beefing with all the Flashes. Hunter needed more power, right? And he needed them to get him access to crazier shit. So what did he do? He made them think their families were dying, being tortured, their family was in ultimate peril, in order for them to give him access to powers outside of there. Because there's more powers than just the Speed Force. And of course he knows that because he's super based. And they were like, yo, real shit, you don't mess with our families. And he's like, I know, stupid bitch. That's why I stole your family. So that you would run up on me, dummy. So that you would try all this shit. Because everybody knows the Flash's job. And the only time they actually try to get shit done is when their families are in trouble. And of course, the Flashes fall for this and grant him access to power that will let him run off on the plug for real. But anyways, guys, if you want to see the rest of these moments covered for him, if you want to see more regular Reverse Flash moments, run the likes up. I'll bring it back for either Reverse Flash being a Goon, the movie, Doctor Doom Reverse Flash Goon joint movie, or just a Reverse Flash Part 3 with some more moments. Let me know what you prefer in the comment section down below. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Make sure, again, to check out my second channel. It's been your boy Jobbers and Goons, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.